What's going on, everybody? I'm here today with another video of the Twilight Imperium browser app, and today's going to be a video about some added utility to the user experience, and I'll jump straight into it here. So I have a game set up, and currently we're from the perspective of the Embers of Mwap player, who currently is Charlie, as you can see by the hover option. And we're in the perform an action step. So recall that in the perform an action step you have the ability to do numerous things, one of which is to activate a system on the board. Now, when the system is activated, we already know that we'll be able to eventually see that in the game log, right? But what if someone has activated a system and we're not currently logged into the game, and then we log in and we see that the game is not in perform an action, it's in resolve ability round after system activation, but we don't necessarily see right from just this basic screen here what the current active system is. So what we would have to do is navigate over to the game log, right? And then, for example, over here, previously Charlie activated system 38. So when that was fresh in the game, we would have to hover over this, right? And then we would see that, okay, this is the active system. So that's good information, but in the spirit of user accessibility and having a smooth experience, we don't necessarily want the user to have to go clicking around to find that information that's pretty vital to the game, right? So what we've done is add in a new animation for this. So let's suppose that Bob wanted to get through the beta wormhole here to get to this system to threaten Alice, who's up here as the Federation of Souls, we can see. So let's see what happens when when Charlie activates this system. So we'll get the prompt as usual, and then this time when we confirm, you'll see that the active system now has this kind of highlight feature. So now, without having to go into the game log to see which system was activated, we can just see that from the animation on the main board now. And this is, I think, a pretty good improvement to usability. Now, let's go over to Alice's tab, right? So I have Alice's tab open here at the top. And now, say Alice wasn't paying attention, maybe just went to go grab a drink or something. She comes back and she sees Charlie activated a system. And right away, she can see that the system that was activated is the beta wormhole right in front of her, because that's indeed the system that's now flashing. So Alice now knows that she's going to have to respond to this if possible. Maybe she's feeling a little threatened by that. We still have this functionality here where we can go in and highlight the system. You can still see that works. But now we also see that there's this this flashing going on. And we can do this through login as well. So say we got a notification that it was now our turn to do something, or we were just coming back from doing something, and we log in, you can see that system there, system 25, is indeed flashing upon logging in. So now, let's see here. Yeah, so let's say that Charlie has having second thoughts and doesn't want to do anything or move anything there for whatever reason. So we'll pass on the ability round, and we're not going to move any ships. And now we can see the system still flashing because the active system will remain the active system until the player who activated it ends their turn. So when we pass here, we should see that the system will stop flashing. So there you go, the system stops flashing and the opacity of the system is returned to the normal state, just like all the other systems on the board. And if we go back over to Alice's tab, we can see the same thing has happened. And now Alice's turn, and she could activate a system now, and with the same effect. So say we wanted to activate the asteroid field here. Now I can see the asteroid field has this opacity going, toggling darker and brighter, right? So there you go. It's a nice little animation there that's going to help you out with some usability. Yeah, and in the future, always looking to add in more animations to kind of spice up the game, so to speak. I think right now this is the second animation that's outside of the setup phase. So previously, if you've been paying attention, there's the Custodian's token animation for when you take Mechatol Rex for the first time. The Custodian's token will move to your home system and then disappear. Now we have this active system functionality. And yeah, thinking about this going forward, if you have any suggestions, feel free to leave a comment down below in the comments section on what you think could help with animations. Currently, I think looking at animations that are a little more on the simplistic side, like I probably mentioned this before, but we're not looking to do like ship animations just yet. It's a pretty complex task to get that done, like moving these ships through some automated animation to the active system will be difficult, but definitely on the radar at some point, I would say. But yeah, always looking to improve the user experience here, right? Because that's really one of the biggest features of the browser app is to make it as user friendly as possible. Otherwise, it's not going to be a good experience if you have to constantly navigate into different places to see what's going on, right? The game log is a reference, right? We don't want it to be something you have to rely on for core functionality. But that's it for this video, I think. We'll stop it there. And thanks for watching. And we'll look forward to seeing you in the future videos.